Bebop scales do not exist. There you have it. What bebop scales actually are what I want to talk about today. That's Barry Harris's rules for half steps when you're running scales. So when you're doing your scales, ascending, you don't use any half steps. And God, my intonation is horrible. You don't use that. But when you're descending is when you use these half step rules, and that's adding a passing tone in between two notes. And this is where a lot of people mix this up with the bebop scale, because your bebop scale is, right? It's your C7 scale, but with this added B, which isn't a scale note, it's a passing note. It's just a note to rhythmically add space so that you can run your eighth notes and still be rhythmically correct by landing on these certain chord tones. And that half step can be anything. It can be the B, it can be the A, the 6, it can be literally any note. It can be the sharp 1. Doesn't matter, it's up to you. And now, where this deviates from the bebop scale is when you go up to the second degree of the scale. And that's when you do not use a passing tone, because then we're going to land on the 2, the 7, 5, 3 on the downbeats. And it gives you kind of the C9 sound. It's pretty cool, and it's something that the bebop scale doesn't have, because if you do it in the bebop scale, you're still thinking of this B, and you're going to play. To me, that sounds more like a D minor than it does C. But yeah, then you go up to the third, and you add the passing tone back. This time, let's just do the 6, just for kicks. And then we outlined the third, root, 7, 5, third, and if we kept going, down to the root. If we kept going from there, down to the 7th. Then you go up to the 4, and no half steps. My bad. Now you start on the 4, which is interesting. And another thing that most jazz education teachers tell you is to never start on the 4, which is complete BS. It's just a cool suspension note. Of course, you don't want to start every line on the 4, but by never starting on the 4, you're robbing yourself of a really cool sound. Then the next note we go up is the 5th, and you add the passing tone back. And then the next note is the 6, and you do not add the passing tone. And there we have like our C13 sound. God, my intonation sucks. That would be why. There we go. And then finally, from the 7th, add the passing tone down at the bottom. And those are half step rules. And to simplify it, on 1, 3, 5, and 7, you add 1 half step. And on 2, 4, 6, you add no half steps. So basically from your main chord tones, you add the passing tone, because you're gonna end up going down to C on the downbeat. And you wanna land back on the 7th so you can go down again. And then from your extensions, the 2, 4, and 6, or the 9, 11, 13, you don't, because you're going to land on the 7th on the downbeat. There you have it. those are half step rules.